Mike 0, India Delta Foxtrot. This is Mike 7, Oscar X-Ray Alpha.
Yes, the station that was calling. Try again, please, Ella.
Yeah, QSL, this is Mike 7, Oscar X-Ray Alpha. Mike 7, Oscar X-Ray Alpha. M7OXA.
Yeah, Mike 7, Oscar X-Ray Alpha. And my call is Mike 0, India Delta Fox. I'm doing fine. The name is David Delta Alpha, Victor India Delta. And I'm about 18 miles northeast of London. You're pretty strong with me. I think you're about 5 and 8, something like that. So I'm judging by ear. I don't have a signal strength meter on this 80-year-old receiver. But you're certainly coming through well. Mike 7, Oscar X-Ray Alpha. This is Mike 0 India Delta Foxtrot, I think.
Yeah, roger that. Mike 0, India Delta Foxtrot from Mike 7, Oscar X-Ray Alpha. Yeah, thank you for the signal report. You are 5x9 from the north of England in the city of Leeds. The name here is Dan, Delta Alpha November. I am on your QRZ.com page right now and I'm adding you to my log. Over.
Yeah, I think you passed it back there. You did fade away a little bit. This is what you find in the evening, is that conditions do vary a little bit. And can I just confirm the name? Did you say the name was Daniel, over?
Yeah, QSL, it's Daniel, Delta Alpha November, India, Echo Lima, over.
Yeah, fine business there, Daniel. Yeah, okay. Well, yes, that QRZ page, well, as you can probably tell, Daniel, I'm very interested in the historic, the vintage side of the hobby. I always get accused of sort of misdirecting people. Apparently we should be all using, very modern equipment with lots of computers and digital this, that and the other, you know what I mean? And that's fine. A lot of people do that and enjoy it very much. My side of the hobby is the other side, the ancient side of the hobby. So this transmitter was made in 1966, the year that England won the World Cup. Can you believe that? We ever won the Football World Cup. And the receiver that I'm listening to, and it's a separate transmitter and receiver, I've got to what's called net the receivers and the transmitter together. The receiver was made by the Americans in 1943. Can you believe it? 1943. So it's a very old station here, just like this operator, Daniel. Mike 7, Oscar X-Ray Alpha. I've got a location as Leeds there. From Mike 0 India Delta Foxtrot.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I'm quite similar. I wouldn't go as far as saying I'm anti-digital, but I much prefer the radio waves and essentially like propagation and propagating radio waves into the atmosphere. I'm not anti-digital, but I dislike digital at the same time. Over.
Yeah, roger. Yeah, what's your working conditions there, Daniel?
Yeah, roger. I'm just using a Yaesu FT991A with an end-fed dipole antenna, and I'm running 25 watts. Over.
Yeah, roger. Yeah, okay. I forget what the power limits are now for the new under the new regulations. 25 watts. That's probably the limit now, is it, for M7? Well, you started making the trip. Are you studying for the exams, Daniel?
Yeah, roger. Now and then when I can, because I've got school and everything. When I got a bit of spare time, I study a bit for the radio exams. But yeah. The only time I use QRZ.com is for logging and finding, looking at people's pages. But for foundation, it's 25 watts maximum power. For intermediate, 100 watts maximum power. And then for full, I believe it's unlimited, but I'm not sure. Over.
Yeah, roger. I think the advanced is limited to a kilowatt, which is double, which it used to be 400 watts, so it's more than double what it was. But I think people run a lot of power anyway, because most of the amplifiers you buy will do a kilowatt these days. But anyway, I wish you well with your next exam. I think the next one is the tough one from what I'm told, the 2E0. But they keep changing the syllabus, and sometimes they make the advanced one. I think when I did it, the advanced one was the hard one. But just keep plugging away. But of course, school does come first. This is just a hobby, albeit a very interesting hobby. But I'm sure you'll get there in the end. Yeah, I do have a bit of a local connection, a personal connection to Leeds. My sister lives in Wheatwood, Daniel, so just north of Leeds there. She lives in Wheatwood, so I do visit Leeds occasionally. I know where you are. Anyway, Daniel, I'm going to go to QRT. It's been a pleasure to work with you this evening. As I keep plugging away at the exams. And your 991 Alpha, that's a good read, that. A friend of mine bought one from you, and I went to have a play with it when he did, and I thought that was a good little radio. So, stick with that for a while. Don't get too worried about the equipment. It's more about the aerial. You'll find out it's definitely more about the aerial. And the other thing you should try as well is a bit of portable if you can do. I don't know what your noise levels are like there, but at home here, my noise levels are quite high. But when I go portable out in Essex, in the countryside of Essex, I operate from an airfield amongst other places. It's a different hobby because you can hear all the weak signals, and of course if you can hear them, you can work them, and if you can't hear them, you can't work them. So do try a bit of portable as well, but there's so much you can do in the hobby. I mean, one thing that I am thinking of doing is the Oscar 100, the satellite. That'd be quite cool, I think. If I am going to do some more modern radio, I think it'll be a satellite challenge for me there, Daniel. Anyway, there we go. Never stop learning. Mike 7, Oscar X-ray Alpha up in Leeds. This is M India Delta Fox. Near acting in Essex, huh?
Yeah, roger that. Mike 0, India Delta Foxtrot from Mike 7, Oscar X-Ray Alpha. Nice to meet you, David. You're down in my log, 5x9. Thank you for the contact. 73.
Yeah, 7-3 there, Daniel. You did fade away a little bit there. Say conditions on 40 metres at this time of night do tend to deteriorate. But if you are listening on the radio, I don't know if you've got school tomorrow, have a listen for the Americans in a couple of hours' time. You might hear a few. That's when they start to come in on 40 metres. You might hear a few Canadians and Americans. So enjoy the hobby, Daniel. 7-3. M70XA, M0 IDF.
Yeah, roger that. Thanks for the contact, David. Bye-bye. 73s.
Bye-bye. This is M0.